Hello, folks. Welcome back to another segment of The Bottom Line as we grab the scoop and give it to you here on The Bottom Line. I'm your host, Mike Carlucci from Carlucci Broadcast International. Of course, my partner here in crime and misdemeanors. Misdemeanors, if you will. It's Richard Boddie's back. Richard, always informed and well-respected gentleman here in the good old USA. And right now, we've jumped into some really cool topics in the past, but now we're going to be talking about this young lady who's a very pretty lady, very beautiful lady, but perhaps kind of a little, speaking a little bit too much, some say they like her, some say be quiet, shut up. We're talking about, I don't know, I know it's Cortez, but is it pronounced Ocasio-Cortez?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't even know what her first name is. I just call her Cortez.
Alexandria.
Oh, Cortez, that Cortez lady, yeah. So let's talk about her, because she's been kind of in the news, spewing all these ideas. Some look like they're fun ideas. Some go, wait a minute, $23 trillion for that plan? You know, I'm going to let you grab the ball and shoot the hoop here on this one. Because,
okay, I'll start off by saying,
I'll
start off by saying she's cute and she's articulate,
mm-hmm.
but my gosh, some of the things she's saying make Bernie seem like a neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie's a progressive. She's supposedly progressive, and she fortunately lucked out by about, I think it was 16,000 votes out of 500,000
mm-hmm.
To win her district in Congress in Queens, which is New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, well, this person is a new phenomenon. Well, she probably had a lot of George Soros money back in her in order to beat whoever
There's
the
a name we haven't
incumbent
talked
was.
about in a while, yeah.
And she comes in and starts, immediately when I first heard her talk, I said, my gosh, this person, I heard she took an economics class in college. And I'm saying, no, she couldn't have. Because if she did, she'd have flunked.
Mm-hmm.
Because the things she was saying were so off base and so out of whack. I said, boy, this sounds like the same old game that they've been talking. The progressives started talking at the end of the 1800s into the 1900s.
Yeah.
And they kept, I got to give them credit there, they kept saying things long enough that had no proof, that didn't work, and they kept saying it, that finally they get more coverage than any libertarian could ever hope to get. And I'm saying, wow, we're in real trouble as a nation. $23 trillion to do whatever the basic plan. The Green New Deal is their attempt. Obviously, the attempt of the progressives, the lefties, everybody else.
Yeah.
It seems to me to put that as a priority issue, and then you use weird facts. In 10 years, everybody's going to die. Get out of here. How are you going to fly to Hawaii if you don't have any planes? What are you talking about? Yeah, but
I take the canoe. There we go.
I try my best to try to understand it, but
Yeah.
a lot of times the old, typical, tried and true words of things that are said by people who are so-called progressive kept coming out of her mouth, and I'm saying, that has no basis. In fact, it is empirically proven to be wrong.
Yeah.
But, boy, the press jumped on that like a fly on manure.
Yeah, and I think, oh, by the way, you're right, Alexandria. And she has a partner named Riley Roberts. We should try to get a hold of him and talk to him.
And they're trying to get a hold of both of them at the place where they said their residence is in the district in Queens, because the mail is piling up.
Yeah.
Both of them are in the mailbox, but the neighbor said, we've never seen him.
Yeah.
And we've seen her once.
Yeah. Well, there he is. He looks like a decent fella.
Yeah.
Born in Arizona. They don't have much on him. They just say that he's the partner of
he's like
Ocasio-Cortez, Alexandria.
He's like the guy Oprah's boyfriend. Who was more famous as Oprah's boyfriend than Shed Sedman or whatever.
Yeah.
But they said the mailbox is filled up, and basically they're trying to show residency in the district that she won the congressional seat.
Yeah.
And that sounds to me like carpetbagging, like it really was not a valid election in that district. But whoever planned this thing said, let's find a district in Queens to see if there's a possibility we can then pull an incumbent and get him out of office, and then we'll move in to the neighborhood. Because there's no rule against moving into the neighborhood once you get elected in that district. Problem is, she's not there. Well, she's on the road talking weird stuff.
And she shut down Amazon.
Built
a new office.
Blew a whole lot of jobs.
Tons of jobs and money. Yeah.
Talking one talk, but showing a different talk result. In other words, all the stuff she says, she blew it with the Amazon thing because all corporations are bad.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Hospital corporations cure people.
Yeah.
I can think of a lot of corporations that aren't bad, but she has that mentality,
Yeah.
the Bernie mentality.
Right.
Now, I got to give Bernie credit. We're on the topic of
Feel the burn, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's foreign policy is the libertarian foreign policy. Try that for schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Here you have a guy who is a socialist
Yeah.
who is talking a libertarian foreign policy.
Libertarian foreign
So I got to
policy.
give him credit.
He's got an all-star buffet of all his ideas. It seems like it's got those different routes of.
And being on the same being the same age as Joe Biden, nobody's talking about Bernie's too old. They say, "Oh, Joe, he's too old." No.
What about Bernie? I think Bernie's either
Bernie's
same age.
76.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same
they're
age,
they're exact same age.
Yeah.
So this cute girl comes up talking, running off at the mouth,
Alexandria Cortez.
all of the Bernie
Ocasio-Cortez.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I said to myself, she needs to back up and be quiet and just let
Yeah.
people think that she's smart. But boy, as soon as she opens her mouth,
Bernie just has thousands of new volunteers helping out. He's got a bunch of money coming in. He's already got his.
he's
budget.
not going to get. Let me just go there quickly.
Mhm.
If Joe Biden is not the candidate for president for the Democrat Party, Trump will still be president of this country if they haven't shot him or he hasn't been impeached.
Yeah. We had talked about.
There's
that
no
before.
way that any of the other 15 or 20 people who are call themselves candidates for the Democratic nomination for president have any inkling of the foreign policy experience that Joe Biden has.
Yeah.
35 years in the Senate, 30 of those years as the chair of the Foreign Relations
Good
Committee.
experience. That's solid experience.
He knows every single world leader by name.
Yeah, compared to the other
The
Democratic.
other people have they don't even know where the capitals of these countries are.
Yeah, compared to the other Democratic nominee they had for 2016. I mean, Joe Biden.
Right.
He has good experience.
If Joe,
Unlike what's her name had the bad experience.
If Beau Biden had not had the brain tumor, Joe would be president
His son,
today.
I know he was.
If he hadn't backed off and not
Yeah,
run.
he pulled back. Yeah.
But
If he puts his hat in the ring, and we're trying to wait and see if he makes the official word, but if he does, you're right. That he's the only guy who would give Trump a run for the money. So,
right. So back to the cute girl.
Cortez.
Wait. Go ahead.
Alexandria OcasioCortez. Okay, I got it all out. Yes, I just knew her as Cortez.
Yeah, that's not my job.
Oh, by the way, real quick. Stedman Graham. That's Oprah's partner. Yeah, Stedman Graham. Yeah.
Stedman is to Oprah what this guy is to
Riley Roberts. Yeah. So anyway, so go back to
You're good with
Cortez.
the names. You're good with the names.
Yeah.
She is going to keep. It's like a magician. She's going to keep everybody's eye on the progressive New Green Deal or whatever it's called. Hopefully, they'll wear that out, and then somebody's going to come up and be rational enough to say, "You Democrats and most of you people have been bitching and moaning at Trump so long that you forgot that you have a candidate here who can beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So the heck with Bernie, the heck with the cute girl, and they'll probably run the lady from California, the senator who used to be our attorney general, who switches sides. She's trying to switch everything she used to do.
Yeah.
Catherine Harris not Catherine, but it's something Harris. It's a
Kamala.
name like
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris. Yeah, Kamala Harris with the people from Jamaica to being the parents and thing like that, and from the Hindu India type of people to it and mixed together.
Yeah.
She ain't really a brother. I mean, really a sister. But that's all right. Obama knew. But anyway, I ain't gonna go into that.
Obama? Not?
But the girl is
African American?
I must know. His wife. Let me just deal with it. For y'all that don't know it, Barry Obama's mama was white.
Yeah.
She had nothing to do with the black civil rights struggle from that day we got off the boat.
Yeah, we knew.
His dad was African. It had nothing to do with the civil rights struggle in the United States of America. You put the two together, you have a kid. He ain't a part of the struggle that he's representing. He really didn't represent that because he lived high in the hall. You talk about privilege, but anyway, I ain't gonna talk about Barry. I like to meet the brother. I think he's a cool dude when he ain't making public policy.
Handsome devil.
Yeah, well, he getting gray like me too.
Oh yeah, it's 8 years in the White House. Before we catch back up on Cortez. By the way, going back to Kamala Harris, she did mention about she backed up Jussie Smollett, our previous episode we had, and Cory Booker. They were backing him up. Then they found out what it's taking place, and they both were kind of like zip. They didn't say anything, or they kind of did a tap dance around.
Right.
Oh, I never said that kind of attitude.
Right.
So,
Right.
okay, so just want to get that because Kamala Harris, we forgot to mention in a previous episode.
Yep.
So going back to Ocasio-Cortez, she came out with a thing in the New York Post. It says here she acted like a white dude to get ahead.
I heard that.
Yeah, so there's been some interesting comments about that. So,
Yeah. Well, I understand that. I did too. that's how it works in the United States of America. If you're a female or if you're a black person, if you really want to be able to get a person of color, if you really want to get into the inner circle, you damn sure better act like it.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna say, "Well, let's find somebody that ain't like us and bring them in here."
Yeah.
Let's put him on the board of General Motors because he got a hoodie on. No, get out of here. She had to get where she is. She had to be able to play that white game, like white male, etc.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to shed it, just like Kamala's trying to shed her prosecutional role.
Yeah.
And now she's trying to say, "Oh yeah, I smoked." Yeah, girl, quit. You ain't no Bill Clinton. Damn.
Not at all. So thank goodness. But anyway, so we'll see what transpires. More details, the new Green Deal, and all kinds of things. And of course, presidential races around the corner. The nominations, I should say, nominees battling for position, if you will. So we'll chat more about that in a future episode. And I also want to kind of go into the Oscars ceremony, the Academy Awards. We'll talk about that, even though it'll probably be on a couple of weeks after the Academy Awards. But we want to talk about that because Spike Lee and Javier Bardem made some comments from other people. So it'll be interesting because now the Oscars now is not as big as it used to be.
Right.
We'll get into opinions a bit later.
Okay.
But Mr. Richard Boddie, great take on Alexandria Cortez. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And it'll be interesting to see what how she stays on the motorcycle without falling down.
I have to say that picture of her right there looks like my mom when my mom was young.
Oh, man.
I think that has something to do with why I think she's attractive.
There you go.
My mom was a thought.
Personality and looks are always a combo for the visual eye. So
it works.
Anyway, until next time, folks, remember to search and dig deep. Grab the scoop, and you'll find the bottom line. You all have a great week. More topics to battle next time right here on this YouTube channel from Carlucci Broadcast International. And make sure to make comments and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Have a great, safe week, and we'll see you again soon. Take care, and thank you, Richard, for joining us.
Peace.
Be well.